Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Black and I am the Bexa Boss Lady. Welcome back to my channel. I am so thrilled to be back after a little time off, a little much needed rest and recovery from just life. I felt that I needed to take a break to handle some of my own health stuff, mental health stuff I've been dealing with. And now that I'm back, I really wanted to share those things with you because I think it is important to be open and honest about how I handle the challenges of living with a chronic illness, plus being an entrepreneur, and being a wife, and having a family out of state. And so I just wanted to give a brief video about where I've been the last couple weeks and what I hope to do upcoming in the next couple months. So first of all, if you watched one of my recent videos, I did a burnout video. I think it's very important to watch that video. It is truly a video that I did based out of necessity. I was trying to burn the candle at both ends and it was killing me. I was trying to work all the time, ignore what was going on with my health, our finances, our family, like our business and everything, and just put everything into my business instead of focusing on getting well. And I think I had mentioned in that previous video that my husband and I had a heart-to-heart heart-to-heart chat about me needing to take a break and focus on myself. And so I tried to implement, actually I'm not gonna say, I did implement the 6-hour workday rule, and I really tried to focus on working for an hour, taking a break, working for an hour, taking a break. And it really worked for a while until I lost focus again. I'm trying to do too much again. And not only was I trying to do too much again, I was not focusing on my health. I had switched some medicines around for my hormones. If you have watched my other videos about that, I had a hysterectomy. I'm struggling with hot flashes and mood swings and just different insomnia and all of these other kind of things. So I tried this new medication and it basically gave me chronic migraines for 2 weeks. It's been horrible. However, I have discontinued that medication and I am feeling a million times better. I do think that that contributed to some of the mental health that I was having, the struggles with not being able to get back on my feet, with being real lethargic and sad and not really wanting to be on camera, to be on social media, to do any of those things. And so my lesson from that for you is if you are on any kind of medication or medication switches and you feel your mood has changed or you're sad, you just don't feel like yourself, you really need to talk to your doctor about those things because they aren't just getting used to, well, they can be getting used to a new medicine. But I think that had I continued on trying to get adjusted to this medicine and the dose with the migraines and just making me horribly depressed and sad, I don't think it would, not ended well, but it just would have dragged on for a lot longer had I not recognized that something wasn't right. I knew I didn't feel like myself. I knew I didn't feel like myself. And so when you lose that sense of identity or that sense of self, it makes it really hard to focus on other things. And if I am not taking care of myself, I can't help you guys. And so it was necessary for me to take a step back and play around with this new health thing on my terms without the pressure of making videos and tutorials and doing all of this other kind of stuff. However, it also gave me a chance though to taking a break to finish my Poshmark seller school. And that is up and live. The wait list is awesome. I'm so proud of myself for what I've accomplished here. And if you're probably like, why the heck do you have a course when you have all this stuff for free? I'm still gonna have all of my Poshmark information available to you for free on YouTube. They will still all be up here. I literally took all of the information in my videos, I have added more information to them and created a comprehensive Poshmark seller course to help you get started, stay motivated, stay organized, and make more money. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description of the video below. But if I wouldn't have taken the time and taken the step back, there's no way I would have been able to handle YouTube, handle social media, be able to do this course, and help my husband launch his podcast, and handle my health and my mental health all at the same time. So I want to also say, and this will come up in another video that I will record this week, is that I had the best month on Poshmark that I have had in a really long time. And I think that is because I have been sticking to a consistent listing pattern. So through that 6 hour a day, I have actually spent a small amount of time dedicated every day to listing and sharing on Poshmark instead of doing everything 1 or 2 days, taking a couple days off. And then it has brought a lot more consistency and focus to my closet. The other thing that I did in September, which I wish I would not have done, is I bought way too much inventory. So for me, getting all of that inventory listed, it's extremely hard for me when I go home for Ohio to not buy a bunch of inventory because the prices there are so much more affordable than they are here in Northern Virginia. So I tend to go overboard on inventory when I go home, and that means I spent way more money than I normally would on inventory. So I'll go over all of that in another video upcoming, probably this week before I leave for Posh Fest. But I just wanted to say that I had a great month on Poshmark. There are great things going on in our life right now, and I'm trying to focus on those. I also joined a gym. So hopefully I can use these endorphins I'm gonna have from going to the gym to get my mind right. I'm kind of a gym junkie when I actually get going into it. So I don't know about you, but it's really hard for me to get started. I was a personal trainer for a long time. I know how hard it is to get started. But to me, once I get started, if I stay consistent at it, I know that it's a really good thing for me. So I'm excited to have a gym membership. I'm gonna start swimming again, which is really great for my joints and for autoimmune for me, because I just can't handle jumping and running and crazy calisthenics that I used to. It's too hard on my joints, it's too hard on my body, and even though I love CrossFit and I love lifting and I love doing all that stuff, it's really just not the best thing for me and my health. So another lesson for you that I have just come to have to reinforce in my brain the last couple weeks is, if you are struggling with your health or your weight or eating, just know that there is no right or wrong answer. I've had probably 100 messages from people with different diets, different people to follow, you know, different things to try. And while I appreciate all of those things, probably I've tried it. I've been going through this for years. You have to remember that. But B, I have to find something that works for me, and you have to find something that works for you. So if you have an autoimmune disease or you have a chronic illness, you need to find something that you can do within the parameters of that illness. So for me, it's yoga. For me, it's you know, taking the dogs for a walk. It's light weight training. I really like using the Stairmaster. I'm blanking on the official name of it, but the thing at the gym with the stairs move, that's one of the best things that I have found for me. But I can't do it for a long time yet. I can only do it for about 10 minutes, and I have to really watch because one of my migraine medicines lowers my blood pressure or my heart rate. And so I have to be very careful with my heart rate. And it's just, for me, there's a lot of tricks to working out. It's just not as simple as like going and taking a Zumba class anymore. But you have to learn those things for yourself and your health and whatever you're going through. So if you have fibromyalgia, it might be just something as simple as putting on a stretching video on YouTube or on your television and sitting in the middle of your living room doing some kind of yin yoga or meditation or stretching with resistance bands, something very lightweight. If you have lupus or MS or, you know, chronic migraines like I do, you know, endometriosis, fibroids, any of these things that affect our whole system, there's gonna be a trial and error for you to be able to figure out what the heck you like, what works for you, and what doesn't work for you. And I think the reality is that's for pretty much everything in life. Excuse me, isn't that everything in life? It's everything is trial and error, whether foods do well with you, or what medicines work well for you, or what fitness works well for you. But you have to keep going, and you have to keep crying. You have to keep crying on that too. You have to keep trying. So yesterday, I had a really bad day. Actually, no. My day yesterday started really amazing, and it ended very badly. Okay, I take that back. It ended badly, but not as bad as it did at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember walking with my husband yesterday and saying to myself, man, I don't remember the last time I felt this good. I have been to the gym a couple days this week. I've eaten better all week. We haven't been going out. I haven't been drinking alcohol. I haven't had a lot of sugar. And so I just had felt really well. And then as the day progressed, I started to crash. I could feel this like medication coming out of my system and me turning into this, I can only describe it as like some kind of dragon or some crazy monster like took over my body. And I found myself laying in my bedroom just curled up in a ball in tears because, you know, things weren't going my way. I had filmed a video and I did not like the way that it looked or it sounded, and I didn't want to look at myself editing it, and I was having body image issues, and I went to the doctor, and you know, I need to lose 30 pounds, and just everything, my mind started going in bonkers on thinking about all of these things that I needed to work on. And what ultimately happened was my husband came in, the data guru came in, and instead of like coddling me or hugging me or doing any of that stuff, he was kind of like gave me some tough love, which he doesn't normally do. So that was kind of strange, but it actually worked. And after I cried it out and had my little temper tantrum on our bed like a child, I pulled it together and I was able to finish 2 of the projects I was working on yesterday. I relaxed, I took the dog for a couple walks, and it ended up being okay. But I could have allowed that moment to consume today, consume tomorrow, taken over this whole entire week, and I didn't. I really tried to get a hand of it and wake up on a better note today, which I did, and I have. And that's why I'm filming this video, because I think it's just, when I have these moments, I get a lot of messages from many of you that are so, you know, excited to have found my channel and that I offer a sense of hope and inspiration for you and whatever you're going through. And that's obviously what I want. I want to do that for you. But I also want you to know that I am not perfect. I am an imperfect human like everyone else. And, you know, I have these moments of uncertainty and sadness, wishing my life was the way that it used to be, and wishing my health was the way that it used to be, and wishing I lived in Ohio again. Oh God, I'm gonna start crying. But just know that no matter what you're going through, you have to change your mindset. And I struggle with that a lot because I tend to think about things and overthink them and think about them more and then worry about them and have anxiety about them. And it's this constant cycle of like, in my brain, it's a ping pong that just goes back and forth of me thinking about my health and then this and then that and then this. And so that's one of my goals moving forward into the future, is to change the way that I think about things. So I have joined this gym and I'm making baby steps, but I am not perfect by any means. So if you're making baby steps, you're not seeing your progress, change them, make adjustments, you know, just find something, just keep going, keep trying new things and keep going to see what you can find or play with. It's not failure if you keep going and you keep trying different things. So, anyway, this is where I've been. I am going to keep making videos. I'm not going anywhere. But if you see that I've taken a break again, just know that I might be going through something and it's okay. And I'll be back, I promise. So just know too, if you are going through something, it's okay to, you know, curl yourself up like a conch shell, like bring yourself in and do some self-soothing, some self-reflection. I don't know why I just did this, but some self-reflection to try to make it a little bit better in here. Because Lord knows, when we live up here, it just never ends well. All right, well, that's my life update. And if none of this pertained to you, then I'm sorry you had to watch me ramble on for 15 minutes about what's going on in my life. But just know I'm back. I'm going to be making regular videos. I've got my Poshmark course coming out. I joined a gym. I'm off my other medication. I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm gonna try to keep this ball rolling. I don't know why I did that. All right. Well, if you like this and you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe so you can get notified if I do take a break, and then I come back. And I have some more videos to film before I leave for Posh Fest. So stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.